Is poop a pain in your grass? Call Mr. Pooper Scooper, a professional dog waste business. They pick up and haul away all waste and will also disinfect cement and decks where the waste was removed. All waste is then turned into renewable energy. For cleaner yards and happier pets, go to mrpooperscooper.ca.
What is going on, all you beauts and beauties? Welcome to the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast, brought to you by GL Heritage, the official beer of the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. I am your host, Brett Hedges. The man down below is Tristan McGuire. The man with the hat, with the no hair, is the creator of the podcast, Anthony Toolbox Tony Goddad. Hey, welcome to the show, folks. You see that nice merch that Tristan's got or what I've got here? You can get your own at our merch store. Just click the link in the description. Check it out. It's getting to the holidays. Make sure you grab something for your family and friends. We've got some great deals. Our prices stay the same all the time. So look forward to that. Let's get out that old merchandise and get the new stuff in. Also, check out our social media for wherever you want to follow us. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, whatever that thing is called.
Twitter, yeah.
Whatever, everything under the sun, you can talk to us. And the one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, before we get into this, we are going to try and get some new segments for the show called Locals in the League as for the NHL and Locals Around the World. So your job, listeners, is to let us know if there are some people that that are from local that are doing stuff in the NHL or doing stuff around the world in pro hockey. Let us know. Send us an email. Send us an Instagram and say, hey, this person's doing this at this level. Give them a shout out. We'd love to, shout out all the people that are doing great things from Essex County in the world of hockey. This week, the Leamington Flyers are on fire. The Essex 73s are undefeated no more. And Liam Greentree is the top scorer in the OHL. Let's get into it, gentlemen. You first.
Well, I got to say, I called that one. I said it. I said Liam Greentree, goal per game. And everyone's like, whoa. Just you wait.
He has figured in all 9 games that the Windsor Spitfires have played. He has 23 points in those games and 11 points in his past 3 games. I think from all of us here, I think we can say that he is our beauty of the week. What do you think, guys?
Is that good?
Easily.
Is that good? Did I break the game? Is that good?
Yeah, is that good?
My man Ilya Protas doing good too. So
absolutely. He's got 8 goals already in the OHL. The Spit's doing good. That's going to be at the end of our show. Yeah. But today we're going to kick things off with some chat about the NHL. The regular season is underway. And before we do any overreactions, we want to give a big shout out to friend of the show, Brett Brochu, made his NHL preseason debut with the Edmonton Oilers a couple of weeks ago. We missed it last show. Big shout out to Brochu on that. Friend of the show, Tristan, you know him very well. What are your thoughts on him wearing that Edmonton Oilers jersey for the first time?
Well, ultimately, it's a good feeling to see family in the show. And not only that, no one I know has worked harder than Brett himself. His whole life, he's kind of been, well, especially at the end of his junior career, he's kind of been plagued by this stigma around goaltending that he's too small. Mm-hmm. Even though he's like probably 5'11", 6 foot and like 175 pounds, he's not a small man by any means, but in the world of goaltending, that's considered small nowadays, especially to scouts. Right. If you're not 6'2", you're not making it. Like if you look in the NHL, they're going to work to develop those tall guys versus the skilled ones who maybe aren't as big, even though he was goaltender of the year his last year in the OHL. 1 year was cut short with COVID, 2 years with the World Juniors, 2 gold medals. So Brett, complete resume coming out of junior and into his pro career now. 1 really solid year with Fort Wayne, put up over a .920 save percentage with them, which is terrific. They're in the Oilers system. That's the Oilers third tier pro system that they have.
ECHL.
Yeah, it's ECHL. Yeah, correct. Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Comets. But he had the opportunity this preseason to play a game versus the Calgary Flames.
Awesome.
First two periods, Calvin Pickard, who is currently their NHL backup, struggled mightily, and they put Brett in halfway through the game. And I believe he faced 11 shots or something along those lines, maybe 13, but he ended up letting in 2 goals. They still lost the game.
Mhm.
It was a routing, to be expected. Calgary had most of their lineup in, and I feel like Edmonton had their main line out there. McDavid was playing, and so was Draisaitl, but outside of that, they really were lean on the back end of who they had playing, especially on defense. So Brett, thrown into the fire, made some big saves too. Came way out of his crease as well to play the puck up. He looked sharp. That's one of the things that he's been good at his whole career is playing the puck, and I think that's going to help him make it to the NHL as a full-time player someday soon, hopefully rather than later. Another thing too to comment on for all you kids out there, especially goaltenders, where it's only 2 to 3 per team that end up making it pro. Brett played his first year of junior hockey in the junior C level. He was the 16
Four.
for the Dresden Junior Kings
That's right.
and single-handedly carried them to a semifinal appearance. Like single-handedly. If you look at his junior stats, he was facing 50 shots a night. He was like, no offense to our friend John Chartrand, but it was like John Chartrand on steroids. Like this kid was, well, obviously, if you look at his talent now, you could look back and say, okay, obviously this kid's going to see that success in a league like that. But holy smokes, man. Like they had no one on their roster. Nobody. And I just remember every night I'm like, holy smokes, like this game's going to be 1-0 for the opposition just because Brett is standing on his head. I believe they lost to Essex in that semifinals that year. Tough break for them, but what are you going to do? It's, Essex perennial team, but that caught the eye of the Hunter brothers.
Mhm.
And there you go. Brett ends up getting, he was a late round pick by them, I believe. Goes
But
to
he
their
played
camp.
he ended up playing a lot for them.
Yeah.
Like he played a
Yeah.
lot of games. Like
He goes
incredible.
there as a 17-year-old kid, makes it out of camp, and never looked back. And here we are today. So I'm very proud of him and looking forward to eventually having him on the show.
I was just gonna say,
Very,
and
very
why is
busy
he?
individual, but we're all very proud of Broche and his success that he's had so far and the success that he's can continue to have. Also, perseverance is something he's demonstrated. He had some serious injuries that he had to deal with near the end of his junior career there, so it was kind of questionable, especially for a goaltender. The injuries, I'm not going to be specific, but it was pretty questionable for him. But he worked past that, and he's fully healthy now, if not even better.
Mhm.
So we're happy to see that. He used it to his advantage. So good on him.
Absolutely. I remember seeing him play for London. I went up to a game in London for this with the Spitfires, and he was very impressive. Windsor ended up winning that game, but that has nothing to do with it.
He got pulled.
Um,
I remember that game.
he did. I wasn't going to say it, but
Yeah,
it is what it is. But
Uh,
Windsor was really good that year.
yeah,
And the thing that impressed me most, Tristan, about what you're saying is that he's getting this shot in the preseason. He's pretty young still. Like a
oh
lot
yeah,
of NHL goal, a lot of you see these goaltenders go through these transition period, not transitions, like these development periods where they don't get a crack at the NHL until they're 25, 26,
yeah,
27 years
exactly.
old. So the fact that he's already, in really good with the organization, I think really speaks to his ability to improve as a pro. So we're really happy for him. And
yo,
you got to rub some shoulders with some NHL talent this past week. Speaking about NHL talent, right? You got to rub some shoulders with NHL talent. Talk to us about
yeah,
playing hockey with Larry Murphy for the
yeah.
East of the
So
Seals tournament.
yeah, exactly. So I was in that with some friends, and we ended up playing. So every team gets one NHLer. So Koser was there, Larry Murphy, McWayne, and Andre Waugh
Hmm.
were there, and it was fun. We didn't even know who I didn't know who we had because we had to work. So me being a Red Wings guy, of course, right? We walk in the room, you see Larry Murphy. He is a large man. Like he's big, but he's was the coolest guy, dude. He was like having beers with us and stuff and shooting the shit with us. We were asking him a whole bunch of stuff. Um, Spoiler alert for our fans. Yes, he has agreed to come on the podcast. We're trying to line something up. So
Hey,
spoiler
hey,
alert for
Oh,
hey.
that. So
Huge.
So we exchange information, let's put it that way, and he has agreed to come on the show. He said he would do it. So Larry will be on at some point with us, but he was cool. He still got it, man. He can still snap it around. He still
He's
has
63.
63, still using wood sticks.
Sick.
Like I grab his stick, I'm like,
Awesome.
Larry, you're still using this? I'm flexing it and stuff. He's just laughing at me. But he was cool because we are like one freaking friend there, but we were just chirping him in the room. And Larry was just giggling like a schoolgirl the whole time we were fucking just giving it to this guy, right? But it was a cool experience, man, just to get out on the ice. I ended up I did score 4 goals in the first game and 1 in the second. So
Ooh.
I had a pretty good turnout there. Just I don't know, just I shot the puck good that day, I guess. But it was
Not
fun.
the empty net hat trick, did you?
Not the empty net hat trick. All
And
4
take
were
us
on a
take us
goal.
through that play that you're talking about where he rimmed it around
yeah,
the rim for you.
Larry's just smart and just knowing. So the guy on D was a little bit off of the boards. He was more towards the middle of the ice, while I was at the far dot. He was in the corner, far
Mhm.
side.
Mhm.
And I just curled and started skating. Well, he see me, looked up, see me. Well, he just rimmed it all the way around. So by the time I hit about center ice, the puck had already caught me, and it was just me and the goalie. Like I had already had everybody beat. But he just laughed. He's like, anytime you can do that, do that. But he was like I said, man, he's still very smart. His like vision is very good. He can still snap it around. Like it was fun, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get crazy into it, a big old thing on it, but
Mhm.
it was fun, man. I'm definitely going back.
What was the
Ant-Man
tournament
Bank
called
Crush.
again?
It was just for it's the Easter Seals Hockey Classic or something it's called, or
Okay.
Pro
Okay.
Classic or something like that. But it was cool, man. It was fun.
Tristan, what do you know about Larry Murphy?
Larry Murphy. He was absolutely gross in his pro career. Toronto
Yes.
Maple Leaf, Pittsburgh Penguin, Detroit Red Wing.
Yeah.
What makes Larry Murphy special? Do you know?
What makes Larry Murphy special?
Like he has a, like he is the one person that has done this specific thing.
Ooh, Brett did some research.
I'm trying to stump hockey Google here.
Ooh.
I want to hear it. I want to see if I
Larry,
can
Larry Murphy is the only person to win back-to-back cups on 2 different teams in the
Yes.
90s.
Yes. Okay. Oh, only in the 90s.
In the
So that's been done
90s.
outside of that decade?
I believe so. So that's what the research has shown me.
Back.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he had back-to-back cups with Pittsburgh, and then he went to
So who else
Toronto.
would have done that?
I wonder if
everyone
he
else-
knows
and-
that.
That's one of these things I just picked up on a site. You know, just one of those like
Wow.
semantics things.
Wow.
You're gonna
He
have to
still
tell
has
him that.
2 records.
Twice with Pittsburgh. Same coach though.
Yes.
Very good.
Scott Bowman.
Smart man. So yeah, so he still has 2 records. He has a record for most points as a rookie defenseman, 71 or 76. And he has the record for most assists as a rookie defenseman with 60.
Who drafted him? Do you know?
He played for the LA Kings, 4th overall in 1980.
Good call.
Where did he play junior, Tristan?
Ooh.
You're the man who pulled up all the stats. I
Yeah.
don't know. You
Where
tell
did
me.
where did Jim Mahan play?
Peterborough.
Peterborough Petes. He played up there. And
Did he wait? Would he have been on the same?
no, he played in 1970, like 78,
Oh, he's
79.
prior to Eichmann by 5 years anyway. So
Yes.
Yeah.
So there we go. So yeah, crazy. He was in the league for over 10 like for 10 years before he won a cup with
the
Pittsburgh,
Pens, yeah.
back to back with Mario. Then he went to Toronto. People thought he was no good. Then he went to Detroit and won 2 back-to-back cups.
And one of the stories too that I asked him about, what I won't say on here right now, but we'll ask him about it when we have him, is I asked him and I said, how in the fuck did the Stanley Cup end up in the bottom of Mario Lemieux's pool? And
I'd never heard that story.
he told us the story. So I'm gonna ask him again when he's on here. It is legendary. So
now
That's
you've got me
exciting.
stumped trying to think of who would have won back-to-back cups with 2 different teams.
There's your homework for the rest of the night, Ben. You message me later when you figure it out.
Smokes,
I was like, I
I'm
wasn't
trying to
gonna
think of all
go
the
super
teams that,
digging.
that have gone back-to-back.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Tampa, Pittsburgh,
in his
Detroit.
last fucking Google search, What is a soaker?
Pittsburgh. I want to say
Now.
so. It might have been someone who played
Oh,
with New York
Yeah.
and
oh fuck.
maybe no. There's no one from Montreal. So
Yeah.
New York and maybe Pittsburgh. That's the only connection,
Did
or
he
Oilers maybe.
Quebec?
The Oilers and the
Did he
Islanders
play
in
in
the 80s,
Quebec?
maybe?
And Quebec never won a cup. You ding
No,
dong.
but
What are
did
you
he play
talking
there
about?
though?
No.
I thought he
What is this guy? We're talking about back-to-back cups. Quebec?
No, but I was talking about that.
No, okay. No, that's
We'll
See,
fine.
we'll
Kristen.
get on that for next time. If we get, we'll make sure that we dig deep on the Larry Murphy if we get him in there. That's very exciting. That's super cool, Ant.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
for reaching out and
we got
just
it.
asking, right? Because
Coming
man,
soon.
you know this from doing this gig for as long as you have. Half the battle is asking these people if they want to come on.
And let me tell you, I literally how the whole conversation went is like I said, "Hey Larry," and I just kind of explained. I said, "Hey, like we know D-Mac, which was probably a
Mhm.
good in for us."
Huge.
And then I just started listing guys we've had on the show, and I said, "Would you be willing to like hop on with us one day and chat with
Oh,
us and stuff?" And he said, "Yeah, I'd love to." So I was like, "Sweet, all right, you're in,
Yes.
Larry." And then we exchange info.
That's
So
incredible, man. What do
we
you got,
got it.
Tristan? Because we got to get going on this
Yeah,
NHL news or
yeah.
move on to junior.
so there's only actually
Dead air.
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. No,
TikTok.
the only person who I can even come close to looking at that has won two with two different teams is Claude Lemieux.
Ooh.
There you go.
But not even back to
Not
back.
back to back.
So
Yeah.
he's got to be the only one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a
He's got to
sick
be
stat.
and not only just in the 90s of all time.
Yeah, that might be.
Because
Yeah.
the only
that-
one I other think of is Claude Lemieux with Montreal and then New Jersey. Or sorry,
Beauty.
Colorado.
Colorado, yeah.
But he won one in New Jersey too, didn't he?
Yep.
Yes, he was
Yep,
the
he did.
MVP of
And
that
then
series.
he won one with the Habs. That's crazy how many cups that guy has.
Yeah, he has a lot.
Incredible. Okay, anything else from the NHL? Do you guys
That's
want to
all.
talk about the Swayman deal or no?
Well, we could
About
talk about
fucking
Swayman
time.
getting 8.25 and then Jake Ottinger
Shesterkin.
matching it.
Yeah. Well, Ottinger, holy
Oh,
shit.
Ottinger matched it. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't realize
That's
it.
a steal. That's a steal. Dallas knows what they want to do. They all want to win a cup. They're all
Well,
taking discounts. Wyatt Johnston's going to take a discount. Jim Nill knows how to run that organization. They're going to win the cup this year. It's about time. Like they've been to the conference quarterfinal 3 years in a row. Or sorry, the conference final 3 years in a row.
Mhm.
Everyone makes the conference quarterfinal. I'm stupid, sorry, but no, that's very impressive. I think Ottinger is going to do well with that. I think Swayman is overpaid heavily.
Ooh.
I think Swayman's not worth that much, especially on a failing Bruins team.
He was what?
Yeah, that team that doesn't seem to be
8.25
going
was
up.
him? 8.25
0.25.
Swayman?
Yeah,
And then Ottinger matched.
Well, Ottinger.
So,
Come on.
So what does that mean for Shesterkin then?
He
denied
wants like big
7.
money. I was going to ask you guys about that.
Do you think
What,
he
he
stays
wants
with the
12 or
Rangers?
13? Yeah.
Do you think he stays with the Rangers or leaves?
I
No.
bet you he leaves, man. I'm thinking he's gone. Someone's going to pay him.
Vegas.
With what
Just
money?
because, I don't know,
Another
just
team
a big
that's
money
on-
center. I don't
Paying
know.
Hannafin long term, Theodore long term, Eichel long term.
There's no room for a goalie term then if they want 8+
Not-
years.
Not
I
at
don't-
12 million.
No.
No.
Okay.
No. The only
Seattle. I'm just throwing names out there now.
Seattle, that I could see.
Okay.
That I can see. They don't have a clear cut starter. Joey Decord was kind of their guy last year.
They had
Chris
Grubauer.
Drieger fell off a cliff. I remember when they took Chris Drieger in the expansion draft, I was like, oh, perfect. They got a good starter. They ended up picking up Grubauer anyway.
Windsor Spitfire legend.
Legend. Also, fun fact, my uncle Mark McGuire, who played for the 73s, was his billet.
Ooh.
Because my uncle Mark played pro in Germany in the DEL, and he knew German, so they put Grubauer with him.
Oh, I thought your uncle was the home run king from the 90s.
That's what I thought.
Juicing
The one that
with
played for
Jose
the Cardinals?
Canseco. Gone.
Do you guys want to see what the real secrets are? Or do you want me to see me hit some dingers? Dingers. The Simpsons. That's the great.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll check back on Shesterkin in a little bit, and that will wrap up our NHL chat for now. We'll keep things on the air. I was talking to Ann earlier. Like, there's no use in us talking about individual teams right now because we're so early in the year. Let's try and save our analysis for 10, 15 games in the year, you know?
Nashville is 0-5 though.
Yeah. What is
I don't think
going
anyone
on
saw
there?
that coming.
No. Can we just actually okay. How is that team 0-5? How?
Who's
How?
their coach?
How?
Is it
They've managed to get goalied like 4 out of their 5 games. I've watched them play because I have Saros on my team, and it just seems like they're not getting the saves when they need it, and they are getting robbed. Like both times they played the Red Wings,
Do you see that save Lion made on Stamkos with the stick?
Yeah, and in the first game they got shut out by Cam Talbot, who all of a sudden became prime Carey Price. Like it was nuts. No, like seriously, watching that game, I was like, "What?" And then you see Billy Husso game 1, and you're like, "Okay, why was he the game 1 starter?" Derek Lalonde has got to go. That's another thing for another day. But
and then they put Husso on waivers.
Yeah,
interesting.
I got to be honest. Steve Yzerman is making some moves that I'm not saying we're gonna fire him or get rid of him, but I'm saying like there's some poor asset management, and it started over the summer with the trading of Jake Wallman.
Mm-hmm.
For nothing.
I didn't like that move either.
Giving up a second, he didn't even shop him. Team said, we never got a call. We would have given stuff up for him. He just said, San Jose, here's a second, take it. We've got to use our money now. I think, shout out to my buddy. We were actually just talking about this yesterday. He brought up this point that he was trying to go for a big free agent, needed the cash immediately, and he missed out. Whether that was Stamkos or somebody else, most likely Stamkos, it didn't work out. We ended up getting Tarasenko, who has actually looked really good for us, so that's nice.
I mean, I would rather have Stamkos in my lineup, but it's not. It's at that point, it's not his call, right? Either I don't know. It looks like it's going to be a so year for the Wings so far, but we'll leave it at that. Hopefully, they can improve, get on a streak, find something going on, be a playoff team. We'll find out, but
something don't happen soon. Something's gotta.
And that's why I wanted to wait and see, 10, 15 games in to see if there's actually, a reason to, start really wondering what's going on with Derek Lalonde's job.
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to say is we just can't let shit get sideways, because if we do, it's going to be right around that 15 game mark. You're going to start seeing change.
Yeah, I think you're going to see something before Christmas with Detroit.
100%.
I still think Yzerman's got something in the cards for a trade.
I hope you're right, my friend. Shall we move on?
Yep.
Okay, in junior hockey, we're going to do the local junior hockey roundup. Let's do our ABCs to start off. Let's go to junior A. The OJHL, the Leamington Flyers are absolutely on fire right now. Colton Smith is lighting up the OJHL with 15 goals. Leamington's number 1 in the West. They just beat Collingwood last week 4-1, then went on to trash another team 7-0. This team is firing on all cylinders. And Tristan, you have some thoughts on the Leamington Flyers.
Yeah, well, the most impressive thing to me is they just won 4-1 over Collingwood. And Collingwood, I watched that team last year coming to Leamington, and I've never seen a more dominant team in the league than that.
You even said that you thought that team could beat a fair amount of OHL teams last year.
Oh, 100%. Their system was perfect. That coach, mark my words, I don't even know who it is. He's going to be in the NHL one day. It is absolutely ridiculous how well their systems were. They just looked like they were all born with the same mind. Fantastic passing, their setups in the zones, their set plays off the face-off. The one player on their team who I want to get on the show, he's agreed to come on at some point through the season, Jack Rimmer. Absolute machine. He played for the Canada World U17s a couple years ago. Just the whole team is engineered to be a weapon, and they lost 4-1. So credit to the Leamington Flyers. They are looking at a lot of success ahead of them this year, especially if Collingwood is their top competition. They're able to handle them as easily as they did. What's up, Brett? You're making a lot of faces over there.
I'm trying to find the coach's name. I'm sorry.
Oh,
okay.
Staff.
Dude, I'll be honest with you.
Because I've seen it on Facebook 100 times.
Yeah. When they went up from B into the A like that.
Mhm.
Like I was a little like, fuck, like are they gonna get these, the old growing pains, a new
Right.
organization, new league, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Holy shit, have they adapted? And
Well,
Dale Mitchell
they
and
make
staff,
great
woo,
moves.
baby.
Their
Like,
GMs made great moves at
yes.
picking up older players to mentor the ones coming up from B who stayed with the team.
Yeah.
Like Adriano Bosev, their captain right now, who is lighting it up, Anthony Shimatero. He is nuts.
Hmm.
They call him Chara. He's their defenseman. And their
Well,
goaltenders, Gatto left. They actually
yes.
got, what's his name there? Altman. That's it.
Yeah.
Trey Altman. Yeah.
Yeah. Trey Altman got his release from Leamington in the offseason. He got signed by Leamington. Sorry, from LaSalle. Got
Right.
released. Got his release from LaSalle. He goes to Leamington. They signed Marcus Vandenberg, who was a
Hmm.
guy who's got a bunch of OHL experience as well, and he made 38 saves against Collingwood on Thursday. He seems to be as advertised. The GM of the Collingwood Blues is Mike Jackson. That's the account that I see all over Facebook
Okay. Yeah.
anytime anyone tags it there.
Hmm.
But the head coach is says right here that Andrew Campoli is the head coach, but that
Andrew
says
Campoli, I tip my hat to you, sir. Your squad was the most impressive thing I've seen on ice in person. I could say that quite confidently. Like just watching them work as a machine. Yeah. Well, but Leamington, good stuff. Love to see Windsor Essex County having successful hockey clubs, especially in a league as big as the OJHL, which stretches the span of at least the eastern portion of Ontario. But
mm-hmm.
and when I speak
Thought
Ontario, I mean all of Ontario. People don't realize, oh, it doesn't stop at Sault Ste. Marie. Like that's where
no.
most of Ontario lies, like in the OHL, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no team way out in Lake of the Woods, Western Ontario, like
Mm-hmm.
right?
Another big name, we saw Colton Smith play for the Windsor Spitfires for a couple seasons. He drops down to Junior A. He's lighting it up as a 20-year-old. He's got 15 goals in 15 games, 11 assists for 26 points. He's third in the league in scoring in the OJHL. Good to see a Windsor boy. DJ
Well,
Smith's son doing
it's
good. Just,
because he shoots
and
the puck 114 miles an hour. I woun't want to fucking stand in the way of that either, would you?
my dad, he's my Leamington
Cannon.
Flyers reporter because he goes all the way out there. Thanks, Papa Dan. He was told me. I asked him the same thing. I was like, okay, what's the difference? Like we saw him in the OHL.
Yeah.
What's the
His
difference now?
shot.
Why is he having so much success? He says he can shoot the puck and
No
he's got a
shit.
heavy shot. And I don't know if these guys aren't playing the right angles, if they're not stepping up to try and limit his
They're
Oh,
not
they're
offensive.
playing the
afraid of
right
him.
angles on
They're
purpose. Do you want to get hit by that?
they're afraid of
Fuck
him.
no.
Genuinely.
Mhm.
Genuinely. I've watched. They're 10 feet away trying to just yeah, take
I
your
wouldn't
shot,
even
buddy.
stick my stick out. It could hit your stick and hit you right in the chiclets too.
Oh,
No.
Those ones hurt too. If you block a shot with your stick and it like rattles your hand. Oh, those are good ones.
I think but Ant, they're I think they're full cage there.
Oh yeah, they
Yes.
are. But
Yeah,
still, it still hurts when you get hit in the head.
that's true.
Number one team in the West, Leamington. They've got 13 wins, 2 losses, and 1 OT loss as well. So the one of the losses was in overtime was to Collingwood, and they dropped a game last weekend and a game a couple weeks ago. So this team has got like an 85% win percentage
Yeah,
right now. Like,
they lost to Trenton,
Crispy.
Golden Hawks, right?
yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
I did see that.
Yes. But they're doing really well. Dale Mitchell. I found out that Dale Mitchell, like my nephew Tristan, is gonna AP
Mhm.
for a team in Erie North Shore, and he showed up to practice the one day, and it's Dale Mitchell leading practice.
Yeah.
Some U8 team is Dale Mitchell's head coach there. So
It's awesome. I like your
that's
nephew's name too. It's pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty good. What can I say? He spells it with a YN. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Very
what can we?
original.
You know what? Diversity is the spice of life. So keep it going. Anything else on the Leamington Flyers, boys?
Nope.
Nope. First in the West, number one
Best
goal
in the
scorer
West
in
right
the
now.
league. Looking forward to it. Sounds like this team's going to make a
Yeah.
deep playoff run, and they're playing really well at a high level. It's not like they're
Mhm.
building up; they're playing really
Yeah.
high level right off the bat. So good for Leamington.
LFG
Shout out
baby.
to yeah, let's go, let's go. Junior B. I'm glad that we recorded this when we did because earlier today the LaSalle Vipers moved to 8-3 on the year, sorry, because they beat the reigning defending Sutherland Cup champions, the Listowel Cyclones, today by a score of 8-6. They
Oof.
were up 7-2 after the second period. A little bit of a late flurry from Listowel to make it. It was 7-4, 7-5, and then they scored to make an insurance goal by Matteo Malardi
Insurance.
there. Yeah, whatever it is. LaSalle, Coach Q, they're 8-3. We thought that they'd be
Come on. Do you expect anything else?
no. That's
Like, it's
why that's
Coach Q.
why that's
Everywhere
why
the
I
guy
set it up and you
goes,
spike it down, young man.
yeah, his team wins because he's a fucking winner and he knows what's up. And I
Yeah.
seriously, I love that guy as a coach. He's a great coach. How's our buddy Bryce Bello doing in there?
I haven't seen him on the. He's been on the starting lineup. He's been playing like second or third pair D man.
Okay.
I haven't seen him on the box score. I haven't gone into super detail on the
Yeah.
box score because Windsor, because LaSalle does not have like a top 20 scorer in the league. Seems like they're all doing it by committee, and
They
a
do.
bunch of
They've
guys are
got
just having a hot day at a time, having one
couple
game at a
couple
time.
former 73 APs on their team.
Yeah.
Joey Gingras or Gingra, however either the
hmm
way you say it, and Matteo Velarde.
Mhm.
Both of them, especially Velarde, having a lot of success there. And long time ago, I hope there's no hard feelings between this guy and the team, but we ended up trading him. He was our 16-year-old. I believe he leads the team in points currently. Oh, sorry. Never mind. That is a different team. I was thinking of
Okay.
I
No
was thinking
problem.
of anyway, I'll think of his name.
You know what? While you said Chatham, shout out to Harrow Boy, Kale Marentate.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
He won third place. Yeah, his team won OCAA gold. He plays for St. Clair Golf.
Yeah.
Well, team won OCAA gold as the top team. Former Lakeshore Canadian Spencer Higginbottom got the third. Was OV? Yeah, individual third place. So he got the OCAA bronze, and the
He was
team got gold. So those are two of our local junior hockey players crushing it in college golf. They just participated at the Canadian National Championships, and I think their team got fifth or sixth. So like crazy,
good
awesome for
stuff.
them. First time in program history that St. Clair Golf has won the championship there. So thank you for bringing up Chatham because it made me think of Kale.
Yeah,
So
and it was Brendan Guin. That was the name I was trying to think of. Brendan
yes,
Guin
he's
years
been
ago
doing
was
very well.
yeah, he was our 16-year-old actually, and we ended up trading him. But he's
Mhm.
a terrific hockey player. Also, to that point in Chatham, yeah. But back to what you were saying about Listowel, they've kind of faltered from last year. Like they're nowhere near the same team. They had a lot of players move on, like their best
Mhm.
players, which most teams end up. That happens, and I don't think their system was too deep because they just lost to Chatham the other night as well. Chatham won in overtime. Another guy from the area, Braden Burke, scored the OT winner.
Sweet,
Mhm.
love our
Yeah.
local boys.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, LaSalle's third in the West Division or third in the West Conference right now. 8-3, right where we thought that they would be. I thought that they would get like to the 32 win mark. Ant said they were going to get 35. They're right on pace for that, and I think they're going to be right there. They're going to win 3, drop 1, win 4, drop 1, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like
Exactly.
they're going to be just fine, and definitely worth the ticket if you guys are in LaSalle. There, beautiful rink. Love
Mhm.
LaSalle.
Hit
Love
him up.
just the big grandstands on the one side, and let's pack the rink and go see our local
Tristan and
hockey
I have
teams.
been in the rafters there calling a
Oh
game.
yeah. I love going to LaSalle. It's always a fun watch.
Yeah.
Especially like I like the arena. I love the atmosphere, especially, knowing some of the guys on the team, Bryce Bello there. Also keep an eye on a kid who's not as like highly touted as some of the others, but he had a nasty, nasty goal today. Jack Thiessen,
Yes,
former
he had 2 goals today.
yeah, exactly. I watched one of them. He sniped the water bottle, like smoked it right underneath. Goalie gave him just about this much of a gap, and it was past him. So we'll see.
I'm
LaSalle,
looking.
do they win a Southie? Who knows?
It's definitely in the cards, man. You got the right head coach. You got some talent on that team up and down. They just, I don't know what the delay was, but Windsor was finally able to send Jake Winbeal, the goalie, the 6'4" goalie, their 16-year-old that they drafted this year. They sent him to LaSalle. It
Hmm.
was an extended time, but they finally sent Michael Brocklehurst down, and I believe it was in his first game. He got a game-winning assist in a game against Pelham, like an absolutely like dirty cross crease pass, like for a game-winning goal there. So I think
Crispy.
that team is just just hitting its stride, so to speak. So looking forward to seeing where they're at in like December.
Yeah.
Because I really think that they could emerge as a pretty dominant force in Junior B, the Goge, as they like to
The
say.
Goge.
So yeah, John Nelson, Anthony Iaquina, good stuff there.
Yeah.
It's the longtime assistant coach. I forget.
Marco Dobrich. Or no,
Dobrich. Thank you.
is it Marco Dobrich?
He came with him from Lakeshore. I just want to make sure he gets his
Milan
due too.
Dobrich. That's it. Milan.
Milan,
Dobrich.
yes, thank you very much, Tristan. Yeah, so shout out to the whole coaching staff. You guys are doing a great job. They get these players. Like say Matteo Velarde.
Yeah.
Windsor drafts him in the U18. In the U18 draft, he gets sent to Junior B, and now he seems like he's playing at as high of a level as he's been playing. So he got the insurance goal tonight in their big win against Listowel too. So 8-6.
And who knows if Windsor, the Spits find themselves in deep injury trouble.
Well, that's the first place we're going to look, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always want to keep an eye on these guys, because some of these guys are going to play minutes on this team this year, right? Things are going to happen. The injury bug's going to hit, illness is going to hit. You're going to end up seeing some guys that are on this team. Like Nathan Games last year played all season with LaSalle, has a fantastic camp with Windsor. He's got 3 goals on the year already for the Spits. So good stuff for him. We'll talk about the Spits in a few minutes. Let's talk Junior C. Sound good?
Yep.
Essex is undefeated no more.
No.
They had a good run.
Yeah.
But they run into a very good team in Lakeshore who was not struggling, but they were winning games, but they were finding the hard way to win games against some teams that they might have taken care of business of in the past. They come away with a big 3-1 win over Essex in Essex, the first meeting of the year. Yeah. You guys were both there. Take us through it and your thoughts on the game and how the rest of the series might play out, you think, this year.
There was a lot of power plays.
Yeah, I was going to say let Ant. I'll let Ant.
No, man, go ahead, honestly, because I know I'm just going to.
So, Tristan, you called the game.
Go ahead. Yes, Tristan was on.
Yeah, I did. So,
on PEJHL TV, by the way.
No.
What is it called?
NBC Sports Engine.
Yeah. Oh, I apologize.
Oops. You're good. PJHL TV was scrapped, but
NBC Sports Engine. Perfect.
Yes. But the 73s, yeah, got it. You can't win when you're stuck in the box.
Yeah.
Take that as you will. Obviously, very frustrating game for Essex. They find themselves shorthanded more often than not. Legitimately, I believe there was a full period of penalties for the 73s, so that's not something you want. Yeah, they took something like 7 penalties or something along those lines.
Couple double minors too.
Yeah, exactly. 2 double minors involved.
Just talk to us about the tipping point of this game.
Tipping point of the game was Lakeshore scoring first. Scoreless first period. Lakeshore, good passing play. Pucks in the back of the net. Mm-hmm. It happens. It happens. Mm-hmm. I will give credit. Sean Shanahan was terrific all game. Yeah, it was not on him at all. It was 3-1 with an empty net, to preface everybody. It's not like, yeah, so Trevor LaRue hit the empty net at the 40-second mark or something like that, left in the game. But Essex just, they couldn't get it clicking. Bo Porosky, they were putting everything on him, but getting juicy rebounds and no one was there to get him. But the goal of the night, respectfully, like Lakeshore, their goals were kind of, banged in backdoor tap-ins. Patty McManus
that was
walked through everybody. I want to correct myself before I talk about that. Evan Finneck scored the first goal on the power play in the far end. It was shot through bodies just to seeing ice. It was a nice shot. It wasn't a passing play. I was thinking of the latter goal, but
I did see that replay of that long. It was a point. That was a very nice goal.
Yeah, it was nice. Evan Finneck. Well, Evan Finneck, he eliminated that +1 very quickly as Patty McManus goes the other way and put him on a spin cycle. Toe drags it between his legs to his backhand, and then windmill dekes it to his forehand and just went top shelf on Bo Porosky. Like, it was very... I'm happy that Power Play Sports had that replay of it down low because the camera couldn't catch Patrick McManus. It was a little bit late to his first deke, and I was like, just going nuts. Not everyone is exactly a fan of my commentary, but I will say...
To each their own.
It was justified on that goal.
Hey man, when you see exciting
Tilted.
plays like that, it's hard not to get hyped
I
up when
can't
you're a
help it. I can't
broadcaster.
help it. So
Yeah.
if you got a problem, hey,
Oh well.
oh well.
Oh well.
You're giving us a free view right now.
Oh well. And your thoughts, or obviously, Essex have been playing well
Yeah.
the previous couple of weeks. You know, a big win over Walpole. They go on the road, they win.
Yeah.
Your any analysis on the 73s game or anything leading
Well,
up to their next matchups? I'm gonna take a look at the schedule and we're talking about their next 2 weeks
yeah.
worth of games.
Well, number one, let's stay the fuck out of the box here because it's the same song and dance here when it comes to we're going to the box constantly here. We're not going to win games from the penalty box. We're not going to win games shorthanded. We just need to be smarter when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And against a team like Lakeshore, they
Yeah,
will
like
hurt
you
you.
can't Lakeshore, like it doesn't matter how they start, it doesn't matter how they you cannot let up with Lakeshore. They always find a way. And
Mhm.
it's like I I don't know, man. I just like I said, the biggest thing to me is if they stay out of the box, it's is huge. It's like more than huge. Um yeah, I can't say like they fired shots, they did everything else okay, but the main thing is a lot of it, I think was I know one goal was on the power play for sure. Was the other one on the power play too?
Yes, it was.
There you go. So and
It was
not counting
banged
the empty
in,
netter.
loose puck. Bryce Scarlett. I think it was unassisted, even though it was a
Yeah.
nice passing play in front. Shanahan made the save. I don't. Shanahan was complaining about something. I think it might have been whacked out of his glove. I'm not
Oh,
sure. Um, Chances are it was probably loose. The referee was standing right there. He probably thought he had it, and Bryce Scarlett, Johnny on the spot,
yeah.
tucks it in. He always does that against Essex
That's what I
too.
was just gonna say. He
Credit, it's,
always
it's
scores
always
against
Scarlett.
us.
Yeah,
But
Scarlett always game winner.
yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Like Tristan kind of hit it on the head. So
Also,
Beautiful.
I
Yeah, go
will
ahead.
say, we just signed a new player.
yes.
Go for it.
So in a trade, I believe I'm not sure if it was for a player development fee or not. I'm assuming so. There has to be some sort of a justification with the player being moved. But Isaac Nickel comes from the Mitchell Hawks up north, where he was contention for Rookie of the Year last year. 2006 born forward, so he's only 18, very young. I decided to come to school here at the University of Windsor. And
Mhm.
yeah, we welcome him with open arms. He's a left wing or a center, 6'1", about 175, so tall, speedy forward. And he's going to come up and he's going to play minutes with us. So
Mm.
looking forward to seeing him on the ice.
And he plays with a little jam too, so
Yeah,
that's
he
good
does.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
So I
Got a
like
little
that.
bite to his game and he drives the net. I think he's going to be very similar to Segan. Honestly,
Oh,
they remind me a lot of each other from what I've heard and seen.
well, let's
Um,
go.
beauty, mane on the kid too. He's got
Oh, has
like
he
a
got a
long
salad
curly
on him?
hair. Oh yeah.
All business up front and a party in the back.
No, he seems like he's a good character guy as well, soft spoken, but he's going to be good for this locker room, I think, and it's a bit of a pick me up for the 73s going in this next couple of weeks.
Let's go, baby.
Yes. At
Yep.
the time of this recording, Lakeshore is currently in first place in the division
Yeah.
with
Oh, they
9
played one
wins.
more game. They played one more game. So.
Yes, but after they played Essex on the Tuesday there, they did pick up 2 more wins there. So they are in first place in the division. I thought that they had lost one other game, but it was just that one game against Wheatley that they lost
You
early in
cannot
the
sleep.
year there.
Can't sleep on him.
So did
Yes.
I. I had thought they had lost
I thought they had at least 2 losses on the
in
year.
an extra frame, but
They had an OT win over Amherstburg. They
yeah,
won
I
5-4 over
felt like
Amherstburg, and they
I don't know
lost
why I
4-3
thought
to Wheatley.
Wheatley. I don't know why I thought Wheatley or Moretown might have taken a game from them. Maybe it was preseason that I was
It was
thinking of.
Wheatley. We were doing the Spitz game on the
Wheatley did
Wednesday.
it in regulation,
Yes.
but I was trying to think if someone had done it. No, it's just been honestly they've been down going into the last three third periods pretty much. But
Mhm.
aside from Essex, ironically, but
Sorry.
good for them. Good for them. They've
Yeah.
got it's only regular season. Both teams, obviously. I'm not gonna play up the 73s too much because it's regular season, and to that same point, not gonna. Uh, I'll give credit where it's due, but I'm not gonna overdo it.
The next time Lakeshore and Essex play next is November 1st, and we will be busy that night, so you guys are gonna have to miss that. Well, that's at Lakeshore as well. So before then, Windsor's gonna play. I said Windsor. Essex is going to play. This is the Johnny Chartrand game.
Mhm.
Moortown Flags coming to town on the Tuesday, October 22nd. Then they got to go on the road to Walpole Island on the 24th, on the road to Blenheim on the 27th, and then they
Oh,
are going to play Wheatley again at home on the 29th.
very busy schedule.
Is the game at home on the 29th alumni
Yes.
night?
Well, that's on the 29th. So it's
Again,
So are they
Wheatley
going to play
Essex on a
four?
Tuesday.
Are they going to play 4 games in a 7-day span?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, 22nd, 24th, 27th, 29th. So
Well,
things are gonna heat up against 4 different opponents. So it's gonna be a very big week for the
yeah, and
73s.
Moortown can win on any night, especially John Chartrand seems to play out of his mind every time he comes into Essex.
I need a Johnny Chartrand shirt. Can you hook us up?
Dude, we've got to make one. That would be so awesome. He would love it too.
I'll wear a Moortown Flags jersey. I mean, a shirt with the Chartrand number on the back.
Well, hold it. Let's not go too far now.
Yeah,
I'll wear
easy
it.
there.
I'm all about the Moortown Flags, dog.
Hey, I love
you
Moortown.
pipe down
I
over
went and
there,
watched
okay?
them.
You relax.
I need a Wheatley shirt and a Moortown shirt.
Yeah, Wheatley. That's another game that's going to be pretty good. Fleming dropped down from Chatham, Tyler Fleming, and he's playing with Wheatley now. Already has a goal and an assist with them in his first couple games back.
Surprise.
Yeah, he's going
to come on the show, bro. Like, let's
expect him to light it up, especially with that junior B experience. I'm kind of worried that him being on Wheatley, he's gonna gun down Essex, but we'll see.
You fucking pipe down, Flem, all right? Flem's a beauty.
As of this recording date, October 20th, Lakeshore's in first, Essex in second. Wheatley is 8-4, and then Amherstburg is 6-5-1. Moortown's 5-4-1, and Dresden's 4-8. So those are our top 6 teams in the league there.
Amherstburg's on the upswing. They've been playing good. That Rory Sanderson kid, holy shit. Does that kid score every game?
Pretty much.
Let's take a look.
Like,
pretty much. We'll take a look here. I'll take a look at this.
Him and Rory Sanderson is lighting it. Like, he carries Amherstburg.
Lighting it up.
We
should grab him too. Maybe
and honestly, their one goalie there, Russell Vaughn, he's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing good, especially in the last 4 starts. He's doing really well.
Mm-hmm. They've made some great moves over there, man. Like, they're on the upswing big time.
Yeah, they are. They'll probably finish 4th or maybe 5th in the division.
But think though too, with them on the upswing now, it makes it better around here too when the games are around here. You know what I mean? Like, not every game is a fucking blowout. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it seems like. Well, I guess that was just to start the season, though. I was going to say, like, it's pretty clear-cut the top 2, but maybe not now.
Everybody's starting to creep
Amherstburg
up,
almost took that game from Lakeshore at home. Lakeshore was in Lakeshore.
Mm-hmm.
But Trevor LaRue just went bar down in overtime, so that was gross. But, yeah.
Good stuff. Well, we're looking forward to see that. I laid out those 4 games, and we'll check in. Hopefully we'll get on just before thing here. Did my video?
Yeah. Hey, are we doing another?
You're back.
Are we doing another challenge here then over the next week for the threes? You guys all want to grab a guy again and for points?
I don't know. Tristan's got the inside edge. I think
him and I tied last time. I think they tied, didn't they?
I don't think we did.
What 3 games was it?
The bet was that who was going to be in the lead after this week or whatever. It wasn't a set amount of games. And Patrick and
I thought it was 3 games.
Yeah, and it was who would lead the team in points after those 3 games.
I thought we just
take a lap, kid.
Total points for the 3 games.
No,
you guys are bums. All right,
roll the tape. Anyway,
whatever. No,
roll the tape.
What am I gonna say? I'm gonna say.
Okay, hold. How are we doing this? Are we just doing total points over the next week?
No, we can change it up. We'll go over these next 3 games.
Over the next 3 now.
Or for next 4. We'll say next 4.
Next 4 games.
Yeah.
So we'll try and record again before November 1st.
Moortown, Walpole, Blenheim, Wheatley.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
till
thinking
the end of
Seth
the month.
Martineau's getting at least 2 Genos and 3 assists.
Oh,
You
you're a
love
big
Marty.
Marty fan, eh?
Big Bird.
I'm all about the D man, brother. It don't start
right.
anywhere, especially on that power play. It don't start anywhere without it starting on the D.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
You're
I
right,
do like
Ant.
that pick. I do like that pick. Marty's a beauty too. Marty,
Yeah,
by the way,
I just feel like
get a
he's gonna
new
get
warm
one
up
against
gitch,
Walpole.
Marty.
He's gonna set up a couple
Jesus.
goals.
Get a new freaking warm up gitch, Marty. Why even wear? I was laughing at him because I go outside and they're out there playing like soccer and stuff like that, and I look and like the whole like ass of Marty's gitch and everything is just everything's gonzo down the back of his legs. I was just like, get a new one, but hockey players are weird. So,
Superstition.
yeah. Ooh.
Who's more superstitious, hockey players or baseball players?
Baseball.
Yeah, probably.
Baseball for sure. There's so many
Yeah.
little intricacies of the game that they want to do the same. And I think it matters a lot more because the plays are a lot more identical than in hockey.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right.
I'm gonna go Cale McCabe.
Ooh.
Ooh, off the
I like
I
board.
like him. No, he's just been that kid is flying right now.
Yeah, he
So
grinds. He
yeah, he
grinds.
looks good.
I'm gonna say Nate Dowling has been very quiet to
He's
start
yeah.
the season.
When he pops, it's gonna be boom.
We saw it last year in Blenheim. Single-handedly put the team on his back through that series. But I'll conservatively say Nate Dowling, and my hot take is another year of development under his belt. Let's go with the new guy, Isaac Nickel. He's going to go 2
Ooh.
points per game over the next 4 games.
I was gonna come in with that.
Oh.
I'll raise you up. I think he's gonna have what did you say? A couple points per game?
I think he's gonna get 8 points over the next 4 games.
I will say he's gonna have a Gordie Howe hat trick in one game.
Ooh, but I don't want that because I don't want to get suspended.
Oh, that's right.
Why has he fought a couple times already?
No, I don't know, but
I'm just saying he's going to make his presence felt physically as well. Whether it's a big hit, whether it's a tussle, I think he's going to make himself known this week after 4 games
And
with
I'll
the
be
freeze.
very happy about it.
I think Isaac Nickel he's gonna skyrocket himself to the top of this lineup, and I think his speed will kill.
Mitchell, Ontario boy, can't go wrong.
Let's do it.
I think
Beauty.
where's his origin is officially Stratford, but yeah, Mitchell Hawks, their logo up there in contention for the best in the league.
Yeah, they're sick.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, you want to talk OHL and then we'll open this up before we go?
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
Perfect.
Yeah, sounds
okay.
good. We'll talk the O show
for sure. We'll check in with Junior C in a couple weeks. Really strong, Junior A, B, C. No matter what you're chatting with, whoever you're going to go see, it's well worth your money. Get out and you support your local rinks and go
all
check it
3
out.
levels in our area now. That's beautiful.
I love it. It gives me lots to talk about and lots to chat with you guys about. It's fun. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the OHL, gentlemen. How was your experience last Saturday? We did the Windsor Spitfires game against the Erie Otters. It was their first loss of the year, but since then they've been red hot. Tristan, I'm sorry that I gave you the wrong name of the person to talk about on camera when we started the game.
Panophemus, a guy who I knew about 0 things about.
Yeah, I said the wrong name.
I'm like, oh, Ilya Protas. Yeah, perfect. I got all the stats pulled up. And you're like, man, Tristan, Panophemus. And I'm like, yeah, what a name. Like,
what a name.
That's all I had to offer. I watched the whole thing back with my grandparents who recorded it at their house the other day. We sounded great, by the way.
Awesome.
I've got a couple clips. I'll send them your way, but yeah, they're clips of me, so I don't know if that's just flexing or what, but we looked good. We sounded good.
Okay. You felt more comfortable than last time?
Honestly, both were the same.
Cool.
Compared to the first time, yeah, but like
okay.
The last 2, that's more a question for Ant.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be a little bit every time we go on, just that normal kind of.
I mean, you didn't look like Cornelius from Planet of the Apes this time.
My head wasn't like, oh. So
the camera comes up and Ant looks like a chimp.
Yeah, like.
But I thought you guys did really good too.
No, it just takes a little. Once we're on a few like minutes, I usually kind of settle in. But
Yeah. Like
yeah,
the anticipation before puck drop is always weird because we don't know how much time we have in the opening segment, and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we could set up and talk about a lot of things depending on how far long their pregame goes, or we could talk about absolutely zero, right?
Yeah.
Because Erie always does a very short pregame. Other
Mhm.
places, Saginaw, Flint, they for some reason have extended pregame ceremonies all the time. So it's kind of like, yeah, you got to just kind of feel it out, see how long it is. I thought that we did very well. The game was so. Like, I mean, Windsor was up, and then they gave
Mhm.
up the 5 goals in the third period, but a lot of those were bad bounces. And I think their game. Well, what are you smiling about over there, Ant?
That was an ass kicking. Let's be
Yep,
real. They got the shit kicked out of them in the third period. But you know what? To me, it's humbling
yeah,
because it kind of says, yeah, you guys are a wagon, but there's some games you're gonna get your ass kicked too. So in a way, I didn't hate it for them. It's all right.
no,
Brutal
because
barn though. Brutal barn.
Yeah.
yeah, we were having fun at the intricacies of the whole broadcast thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've
beautiful
seen
crowd in
every,
Erie,
I
Pennsylvania.
think we might have seen every fan in the building that night too, by the way. Just
It was like, well, I don't want to rip on Erie, but when I saw them like show the arena, I was like, oh, like it looks very similar to LaSalle, but like,
Mhm.
yeah, I won't say anything negative. I'll keep it
Yeah,
clean.
it's fine. It is what it is, right? Not all OHL barns and fan bases are made the same.
No.
And but it's good to see. It makes me appreciate our barn and our fan base, right? Just a little bit more active, right? A lot of people may not be huge hockey fans in
And
Pennsylvania there.
Yeah, no, we don't really like think about it, but like WFCU center is like
Pretty
sick
sweet.
it's
compared to
pretty nice.
most like OHL rinks,
Oh
right?
yeah. Well, my
Well,
cousins
London,
came
like,
here.
come on, like, fuck, of course, but you know what I mean? But like WFCU is pretty sweet.
Mhm.
That's pretty sweet. I personally like, not to compare one to the other. London's arena is very, very nice as well. Like, it used to be
Mhm.
Bud Gardens, it used to be whatever TD Place. It's Canada Life Place now. That's a very good rink. If you've ever got time to go, or if there's any tournaments going on there, I highly suggest it. That's a
I,
very
I
nice
like
rink.
I like Kitchener's as well.
I need to go there.
Yeah,
I need
I
to
like
go.
Kitchener's. Yeah, it's nice.
Beautiful. Sorry, we got off track there
Sidetrack.
talking about Barnes, but they lose that Saturday game. They had won the night before against Brampton, who was ranked number 1 in the CHL.
Right.
So you split those two games, whatever. You come back home on Monday, and you play the Oshawa Generals, another team that's supposed to be highly rated and regarded in the CHL and the OHL. Went to the OHL final last year. They pick up Colby Barlow for 6 picks and 2 players, and Windsor just straight up beats them on the Thanksgiving Monday.
Awesome.
It was quite the feat, and it wasn't like we're waiting for Oshawa to come back kind of thing. It was just didn't happen, and Windsor kind of put the pedal to the metal and won that game. Not with ease, but they took care of business against Oshawa on the Monday. Then they go back on the road and they win back-to-back games on the road, Guelph and Owen Sound by identical 4-1 margins. Those wins are cool, great. They're number 1 in the standings now, 8-1-1. I want to talk about Liam Greentree because
Oh,
this kid is unreal. The last 3 games I
Oh
talked
my
about, Monday,
goodness.
Friday, Saturday, 11 points.
That's unbelievable.
So 4 points on Monday, 4 points on Friday, 3 points on Saturday.
You think oh no, he can't go back up at all. Once you're sent down, you're down for the year in your first year. That's right. I was gonna say, do you think LA gives them a ring? But because they're not exactly world
scoring.
rockers, but man, the Spits are looking like I said, this isn't even near the trade deadline. They haven't even done that classic perennial thing where they do, hey, let's give up 9 first round picks, which is something they do in the CHL apparently, but
Mm-hmm.
and just
In the
go in for
OHL,
a player.
in the OHL, they cannot trade first round picks. So you can't trade a first round pick in the OHL.
When did that
So
get instituted?
I don't know. When I started covering the team a long time ago,
Really?
Jim Parker
Why
told
do
me
I
that
feel like we
it's
gave up?
against the rules. You cannot trade
They
first
didn't
round
give
picks in
up
the
a
O.
first for Wright, eh?
No, that's why it was so many picks because the
Oh,
value of
okay.
those picks isn't as high as a first rounder.
Right. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So, but even still, I think, do you think there's anyone around the league who could be poached maybe on a struggling team?
Well, I know
Ooh.
that Quinton Musty is supposed to be playing for Sudbury, and he has asked for a trade.
Oh
I
my
know
goodness.
that. Go for
If
it.
Quentin Musty comes to this team, he's getting like 180 points.
Yes,
If anyone watched Quentin Musty last year, it was
unreal.
unbelievable.
Hmm.
Unbelievable. He should be playing pro. I don't understand it.
Yeah, so he's in the league and he's asking to be traded from Sudbury. I don't
But I think it's
know.
going to be London personally hit there.
Yeah,
I think
London
both it's London.
or, someone else that's kind of not cherry picking in the East, but like one of the top teams in the East. That,
Maybe the
but that,
Gens.
yeah, it could be. But from what I see typically is if a team trades their best player or like someone like a Quentin Musty or Shane Wright, they don't trade them to the same conference.
That is true. So the Sioux,
So
maybe?
could be the Sioux,
Yeah.
could be a bunch of different things. I don't know, maybe the Windsor Spitfires call up the Sioux and pick up Andrew Gibson. I don't know.
Ooh.
The
I don't
hometown
know.
hero.
I don't know. I've just thought about it right on the air. You know what I mean? Just things you can
Huh.
see that there might be a move or two that they might make later in the
Yep.
year. But I feel like the lineup that they have right now is producing really consistently.
Yep.
So they have time is on their side. They don't need to make a move because they're racking up wins right now.
And
Oh,
they've already
oh,
got a great player on defense too in Cristofaro. So we'll see.
Yeah, leads the league, leads defenseman in scoring. He's got like 5 power play assists. He's got I think he's got one of the best plus minus in the league right now, Cristofaro. So I'm glad that he's made that jump. He looks way like the last 2 years, you could tell he was under fire sometimes.
Yeah.
Like he looks way smoother like this year, and you can tell he spent some time with the Ottawa development camp and the NHL, and him and Mathurin was it Mathurin? Yeah, Mathurin went to Chicago. Sorry. But like the development you see from Cristofaro, it's nice to see, right? When you take a player that high and you got to throw him in on your defense because you're short back there. It's
mhm.
good to see that he's taken it and gone in stride. He didn't get picked up in the draft this year, but who knows what can go on. If you have a good year like that, who knows? He could get picked up by anybody. Um, Greentree is now first overall in the league in scoring with 23 points. He's figured in all 9 games that he's played in this year, and the Spitfires are 8-1-1. Things are pretty good in Windsor.
Yep.
You want to know something too? Is Windsor's goals against right now? Remember, we've been really keeping an eye on this because this is one of
Yes.
the things that the team wanted down. They've only in 10 games, 27 goals have been scored on the
So
Spits.
2.7 goals
Yeah,
against.
yeah, under
That's
three.
solid.
Yeah.
That's for the
So I
OHL.
like
That's
that.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering
And
goaltending has taken a hard fall off in the OHL,
and
I think
they've
in my
and they've
lifetime.
scored 54.
And
So
I'll even raise you
doubled
that, and
math
Oh
guy.
my lord!
So
yeah, that's a
plus
it's a good plus
27
minus.
goals. Math guy. But yeah,
So
beautiful
they're
thing.
averaging. Wait, you said 54? So
54.
5.4 goals for. That's I don't know if that's sustainable. We'll see,
Hey,
but
just yeah. But
that's
the
some
thing
goofy
is too
numbers.
is they're like, I hate to sound like a broken record, but they're getting like 40 shots a game too, 40, 45 shots a game
If
too.
you say
So
put the puck on net, I'm gonna go over to your house and wring your neck
no.
out.
Oh, I'd love to see
Indeed.
that.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
Brett. Now
we
Brett
need Drew in
brought
here
him.
right now. We
Now
need
Brett
Drew in
brought him.
here right now.
No, but they're shooting the puck, man. Rip it.
They're ripping
Love
it.
it. Love to see it.
Before I forget, Joey Costanzo is 8-0-0 this year.
Is that good?
He has not lost a game. The games that
So
they've
Froggatt
lost,
lost both.
Froggatt lost the one game
Carter,
in
what are you doing?
overtime, and they lost that 6-3 or 6-4 game against Erie last week. So that's So sparkling Joey Costanzo has been so far this year. He has one shutout. And when he won OHL goaltender of the week a couple weeks ago, he had stopped 53 of 54 shots, almost had a second shutout in a row. I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes left in the second game that he had. So it was like over 110 minutes of shutout time for him.
That's
So
crazy.
He's awesome. He looked so good. It's just
he's back.
yeah. It's awesome. Like I feel so bad for him last year. Like that's got to be mentally hard, man. Like my
Well,
whole life playing sports, I've had the benefit of being on teams that are pretty successful.
Mhm.
mm,
I can't imagine being on a team that's just like down in the dirt, bad.
yeah, there
And
are some of those
you've got to
games.
wear it every
Yeah,
day. and everyone knows you're the goalie who's given up 5 a night. And now all of a sudden, look at this. He's looking like a top 5 goalie in the league right now.
Mm-hmm. I'll finish with this about Costanzo. I did the PA for their game against London last year, and that was a game that they ended up losing 10-7, right? With an empty netter.
Yep.
And he let in 9 goals, did he make it the whole game? I don't remember. But anyway, he had given up, how many goals in that game before he got pulled, or I don't even remember if he got pulled, but like he let in that many goals, and he didn't even look that, he didn't even look that bad, He has been making these great saves, but like London was so good last year, and Easton Cowan just making a move and going bar down. It's like nothing really you can do about that, Joe. Like you feel for him, but he's keeping his team in it because they were up 7-4 or 7-3 or something like that.
It's like
comes back, but this year that would never happen. It seems like
no, hell no,
no,
and that's just like growth. London's struggling. London is struggling to start their year. Like, what's their record? Do you have it pulled up?
I can look it up, but I know that the London Knights just picked up Austin Elliott from Saskatoon.
Yep.
So that solidifies like their goaltender for right now. They shipped out the 2.
He won his first game, I believe.
Yes, he did. Austin Elliott is his name. Erie, London won today on the day of this recording.
So what's their? I'm curious their record because they can't be more than.
Knights are 5-4.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty down to earth compared to past years.
For sure. But one thing I know about London, though, they always seem to find water.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like they got Cowan, they've got Barkey, right? Is Barkey pro now?
Barkey, I believe, is pro. Sorry, okay. I just put the phone down, but unreal. I look forward to that. We're not seeing
too plus 18 through 10 games.
Yeah, he's leading the league in plus minus.
Yeah, I think but for me, plus minus is a little bit of a jaded stat, but I digress.
He's on the
anything else? Here, let's open these cards here.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, our junior C chat is gone. Okay, so this is an unopened Tim Hortons card thing. I didn't know these existed until Tristan told me.
He's gonna pull a rookie Wayne Gretzky, and we're all gonna like freak out. Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
Yeah, so this is freshly opened, right?
Look at this.
What do we got?
Like,
come on!
Shut
the fuck up.
Woo!
Wyatt Johnston.
My man! Wyatt Johnston, the Windsor boy. One of my favorite players in the league. That's sick.
So, yeah. So, that was so I get 3 cards here. I got Wyatt Johnston.
Yeah.
Sick. I want to see if I can get this one signed one day.
That's beautiful.
Brad Marchand.
Dude, it's a holographic.
So, when he was a little kid?
Yeah.
Now him as a player, I think.
That's awesome. I mean, Brad Marchand is a terrible human being, but I love that card.
And then him as a little kid.
That's sick.
Okay.
Timbits card. That's cool.
Leo Carlson
from Sweden, 6'3".
6'3", 194 pounds, shoots left from Karlstad, Sweden. Very good hockey.
Did you see his overtime goal the other day?
I did not. Tell us about it. And then we'll finish the show.
You gotta watch it. Absolutely filthy.
Gross.
Okay,
next week is it gonna be you or is Anthony gonna remember to buy cards next week?
We can both buy them. Okay. Can we trust him?
Send me a reminder.
Okay. Staff, can you please remind? Can you please get Anna a pack of Tim's when you go there, get a coffee next time? Appreciate it. Gentlemen, we have done our local hockey roundup. Is there anything else that we missed or anything that you'd like to add before we finish the show?
No,
I just wanted to add a point. We were talking about defensemen having success. Local product of the Windsor AAA, Connor Smith had a hat trick as the captain for the Owen Sound attack. So
yes,
props to him. Anaheim Ducks pick.
Yes, Connor Smith.
5th round or something along those lines. But
so does everyone in that family just go by the nickname Big Rig?
I guess so.
That's because everyone that's named Smith that's from Windsor in the NHL, they end up calling him Big Rig. So I always
Connor Smith is
Big Rig, and Connor
Smith is 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
Jesus. And Colton Smith is like 6'3", so they're all big humans. And DJ Smith, his head is about the size of a prize pumpkin at the county fair, so they're all big guys. Sorry. No offense, DJ, but I'm sorry.
On that note, Ant, you got any closing words?
No, I'm done.
Okay. Thank you for all of our folks that listen out there in YouTubeville and wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you download the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. We appreciate your support. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Smash the link there. Get us some more views. And, hey, check out that Darren McCarty interview one more time if you want to see us sit poolside. Fun stuff interview there. For Tristan McGuire down below me and Ant Gaudette to my left, this is Brett Hedges saying so long. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Hat Trick Hockey. Take it away, Charlie.
Have a good night.
I've lost my fight with time. My numbers up and up the line. I gaze at the darkness, so empty, just looking for the light. Shout for help, but no one's there. Need a guiding hand, someone who cares. All alone in the darkness, I've realized for the first time I am scared. If I could do it all again, if I had one more chance, my friend, I would rewrite all my wrongs. I would find where I belong. I got lost along the way. I had so much more to say. If I could do